So there we go. There we go. The F1 season, the Formula One season for 2023 is over, and this is my season with him. Obviously, it'll be a quick one. For the most dominant season in F1 ever, as Red Bull win 21 out of 22 races a season. Max Verstappen wins his third world title by winning 19 out of 22 race wins. Max Verstappen and Red Bull smashing records. Round of applause, people. Yes, did a round of applause. Unbelievable season. An absolute unbelievable season from them. And you don't give them credit. All these people saying, oh, they had the car. But them same people will be Mercedes fans of Lewis Hamilton when they had the car as well. It's not even about the car, let's be real. Kept on saying it, Max Verstappen, his ability as a driver is incredible. He is Senna and Schumacher combined. He is, for me, he's got Ayrton Senna's ability and he's got Michael Schumacher's mindset. Michael Schumacher's mindset of doing all you can to win. Maybe dirty, I will admit, Verstappen can be dirty, but so can all the drivers. All the drivers can be dirty. It's the signs of a winner. That's what it is. It's the signs of a winner. Do all you can to win. And Verstappen's ability is unbelievable. His driving ability is unbelievable as well. So, I mean, just look at this for the records. Obviously, I don't think you can see it that clearly, but I'll read through it. Max Verstappen's record-breaking season: most wins 19, most podiums 21, most points 575, most yards led. The first driver to lead 1,000 yards, 1,000 plus yards. Highest percentage yards led, 75%. Most wins from pole, 12. Most consecutive wins, 10. Most consecutive top 2 finishes, 14. And most hat-tricks, as in pole, race wins, and stop, 6. And this is unreal, isn't it, people? Really is unreal. And I'm not going to be a pretty bitter fan because of 2021 in Abu Dhabi. You all give him respect. You all give him respect where it's due. It's unbelievable from Max Verstappen and incredible from Red Bull as we look at the drive standings. Look at that, people. I mean, look at that. Max Verstappen won. I think he almost won by 300 points to second place teammate Sergio Perez. Never seen a season like it, especially when you look at constructors as well. Look at that. Look at it, people. 451 points. 451 points Red Bull won the title, constructors title by. This is incredible. Really is this incredible. And I think they deserve all the plaudits and deserve all the recognition in this season. Yeah, you have to say that. It's unreal. They really got 1,000 points. And I'm kind of gutted that they didn't win all the races and they didn't go invincible throughout the whole season, because honestly, when we went into Singapore, I was like, you know what, I hope Red Bull just do it now. I hope they do it. But it's still great. There's smash records this season. We have Red Bull. There's smash records this season. And it's simply incredible. Yeah, it really is. Simply incredible. But as we go on to the other, when you're looking at driver standings, Lewis Hamilton, again, bit underwhelming season, but he managed to do his best. The best he can, and he was probably the best of the rest in terms of the Red Bull drivers that are not Red Bull drivers. So Hamilton in third. Fernando Alonso finishing fourth. Fernando Alonso finishing fourth. I didn't expect that at all. Yes, we will start the season. I did say Aston Martin would do well. I wanted enough. I actually got all the constructor standings right in terms of my start of the season predictions. I've got every position right. I didn't get every position right in driver standings. I think I got Verstappen. I got that right in terms of the top three. I think I had George Russell in fourth. Yeah, I had George Russell in fourth. To be fair, I had that as a top 10, but in a different order. I had Hamilton third, I had George Russell in fourth, I had Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz in fifth and sixth. I had Fernando Alonso in seventh and Aston Martin, and I had the two McLarens eighth and ninth. I had Norris eighth, Piastri ninth, and I had Lance Stroll in 10th. So I did quite decent, but obviously I'm quite happy I remember that on top of my head, but obviously I will post my season predictions from the start of the season, obviously, on the community page. And yeah, you know what? I think Aston Martin will be happy in the end. I do think they'll be happy in the end. I know it all started well for Aston Martin. They were actually closest chances to Red Bull, weren't they, for the first couple of races? And but I think they would have took that start season Aston Martin. It's sign progress. There's obviously talk. There's obviously talk of Aston Martin potentially, obviously, Lawrence Stroll potentially selling his shares of the team, which is a step in the right direction for Aston Martin, especially if they want to progress as well and be the next best thing. Basically, the next Mercedes. Basically, that's what they want to be, Aston Martin. And McLaren definitely be happy overall in the end. After McLaren's first half of the season, McLaren, before the British Grand Prix, McLaren were nowhere near the podium, so struggling to get in the top 10 for the first couple of races. McLaren, a bit like that season, 2022, with McLaren. And obviously now McLaren, they are, obviously everyone's talking about McLaren potentially being the closest chances to Red Bull next season. But it's still far too early to say that. We need to see what happens in winter testing. People say, oh, it's only pre-season testing. But, well, we said that this season. And Aston Martin were near the top in terms of pre-season testing as well. So, but yeah, Mercedes in second. They can't do anything about it, can they? And couldn't do anything about it. Obviously they kept hold. Obviously, they got second place by sealing it in the final race of the season at Abu Dhabi in that battle with Ferrari. As for Ferrari, it's just another mediocre season. We need standards. We need standards for Ferrari. I know that's in the way, people. I know that's in the way, but you can see me and hear me. But you need standards at Ferrari. You need standards. And they are supposed to be the poster boys of Formula One. Supposed to be the poster boys of Formula One. They have failed this season. They failed last season as well. Last season was the biggest failure for Ferrari. Ferrari should have won the titles that season because they were the best prepared team going into the 2022 season because they prepared for the 2022 regulations in 2020 season. But Ferrari are just a diff that is a diff that lives on Divin. And you see that shambles in the final race of the season at Abu Dhabi. Charles Leclerc pretty saying to the team, oh, I'm going to get Perez by, so I'm giving the slipstream. So what was Charles Leclerc doing? What was he doing? It made absolutely no difference. It's because he was hoping for Perez to obviously have that over 5 second gap over George Russell, so Ferrari could seal the constructors. What was he doing? Oh, so this because Leclerc can finish second, Perez third, and Devon slipstream. Oh, Charles Leclerc, he's another one. He's another one for me. Yo, that's 2 races for Charles Leclerc. I will actually give him praise. He's actually done well in the last 2 races of the season, Charles Leclerc. But for me, he's a wasted talent, Charles Leclerc, and that's because of himself. He's done that to himself, not the team. He's done that to himself. He's still mistake prone, and I still don't think he's good enough for a top team, Charles Leclerc, in my opinion. All these Ferrari fans getting hyped saying, "Oh, 2024 could be the year. It could be the year." Nonsense, absolute nonsense. He's a good driver, Charles Leclerc, good driver, but he's not good enough for a top team. He's not good enough for a team who wants to win titles, in my opinion. He's simply not good enough. He's had enough. He's had enough opportunities. He's had enough opportunities, Charles Leclerc. He's had plenty of years at Ferrari. It's time to get rid. And I'm telling you right now, if I'm Ferrari, I'm done after Lewis Hamilton. I'm done after Lewis Hamilton. Offer him the Lucas races he wants, and Carlos Sainz will accept being second to Lewis Hamilton as well. And Ferrari need a whole rebuild, need to change the whole team as well, team strategies especially as well. Get everything right. That's what Ferrari need to do. And I think Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari is still inevitable, in my opinion. I still think it's going to happen, people. I still think it's going to happen. Maybe not next year, but in a few years' time, he will join Ferrari, in my opinion, Lewis Hamilton. And I think Charles Leclerc will actually join Aston Martin. I think he will join Aston Martin, Charles Leclerc. And Fernando Alonso. Obviously, that's in the future, in my opinion. And But yeah, McLaren, like I said with McLaren, they were nowhere near first half of the season, but it was a rocket ship, wasn't it? From the start of the British Grand Prix, it was a rocket ship from McLaren, and they became close chances to Red Bull. Can they sustain that for next season? I'm not sure, because we've seen already in 2022 and 2023 that McLaren always start the season very slow and in the bottom half of the grid. So this is what I'm saying. I don't think anyone's challenging Red Bull until 2026, in my opinion. You're going to see Red Bull winning the next titles for the next 3 years, in my opinion. Well, especially certainly next 2 years, 2024 and 2025, in my opinion. And the same winner in the drivers as well, in Max Verstappen as well. So it's a bit similar to when Sebastian Vettel was dominating on Red Bull, but I think it's going to be even better than that. I really do. And you have to say the weather Ayrtons suit Red Bull as well. The weather Ayrtons suit Red Bull. The weather Ayrtons have killed Mercedes. They've killed Mercedes and killed Mercedes' dominance after 2021. But it's Mercedes' own fault, because Mercedes weren't prepared for it. And they weren't prepared for it because they were in a battle with Red Bull to win the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship in 2021, of course. So Alpine finished sixth, pretty much where I expected them to be. Inconsistent throughout the whole season, Alpine, but the dotted line up with Dadsy and Ocon. I do expect better from Alpine next season, more consistency. It's a bit, but they have requests, haven't they? Alpine, they have obviously. They've had a downfall. I think it was that season, wasn't it? It was that season or a couple of seasons ago where they finished fourth. They were the fourth best team on the grid, but they're now back to their level of being the sixth best team, in my opinion, on the grid. A very good season for Williams, in my opinion. Very good season for Williams, finishing seventh. And I said start of season, they'll be my surprise package, especially with the team principal. They obviously signed James Vowles from Mercedes. That was a coup for Williams, especially to add to that, you got Alex Albon as well, who basically did a George Russell job from 2021 with Williams, where he got the best out of that Williams car. Jordan Sargent had some good moments as well, especially in Las Vegas, qualifying P6 as well. It'll be interesting to see if they keep hold of Jordan Sargent. But like I said, F1 is won by Americans, so they need an American driver in there. So I do think Jordan Sargent will probably get another season at Williams, in my opinion. Do I think he should get another season? I think you'd give them 2 chances, haven't you? I think you'd give them 2 chances. On yesterday, Nick De Vries at AlphaTauri, where he just completely struggled throughout the whole season, and they got rid of him halfway through the season. There's talk of Liam Norton potentially at Williams, but then that's another Nick De Vries, isn't it? Really, because okay, he got points temporary when he was in the AlphaTauri temporary, but you need to be careful. And there's also Mick Schumacher being in for the Williams seat after obviously he's had a season out of F1. But obviously he's already been signed to be reserve driver for Mercedes, so that probably ain't gonna happen. So it's probably between Jordan Sargent and Liam Norton then, in my opinion. AlphaTauri, they ended the season well, but started the season badly. Yuki Tsunoda, who I call Yuki Lunatic, because he is a lunatic of a driver. If he gets rid of that lunatic attitude in terms of on the track, where he does some impossible moves, and he costs the team. If he gets rid of that, Yuki Tsunoda, he would have been in within the shot at Red Bull. Because he's done it. He has done it, Yuki Tsunoda, but it just can be too lunatic at times, isn't it? So it's going to be him, Daniel Ricciardo, for next season. Daniel Ricciardo, he did the best he could, didn't he, when he came in? And but he will be better. He will be better at AlphaTauri. He'll be in the top 10, I think, Daniel Ricciardo next season. And I do think AlphaTauri will be better next season, far better next season. So watch out for AlphaTauri. I think AlphaTauri will challenge Alpine, in my opinion, for that 6th spot next season. That's where I think the battle will be. And that's where Alfa Romeo and Haas, definitely the 2 worst teams on the grid. But both of them didn't seem to have the worst hard, did they? In qualifying, they were pretty decent, both of them. Both teams pretty decent in qualifying. They've had some good results in qualifying as well. But it just seems to be in the West where they are the worst. In terms of the West, they are the worst teams in the West. The way are Alfa Romeo and Haas. And Haas, since 2018, they've done down and down and down and down and down. I feel sorry for Steiner. Steiner's a legend, isn't he? I think Steiner's the best team principal in terms of comedy, isn't he? In terms of comedy. And he's certainly good for the documentary as well, Steiner. So, and but Haas, they will keep Hulkenberg and Magnussen for next season. Be interesting to see how they do next season. They'll be expected to do better. But obviously stating the obvious. And obviously Joe and Bottas at Alfa Romeo. I feel sorry for Bottas. I do feel sorry for Bottas because he is better than Alfa Romeo, in my opinion. And he's a fucking good driver. Valtteri Bottas. And he will get points. And most of Alfa Romeo's points came from Bottas, yes, wheel. So, but yeah, Alfa Romeo and Haas, they'll be the same again next season. They'll be the bottom 2, in my opinion, for next season. So yeah, and they are the standings. So that is the top 10 standings and entire standings. Lando Norris will be happy with that. Quite shocking from George Russell, isn't it? George Russell, yes, we will, has been unlucky in a few races. Like Singapore, for example. At that Singapore, if he didn't crash in Singapore and didn't have bad races during the season, George Russell obviously be in the top 6 as well at Yates. But that is the top 10 driver standings. There is the constructor standings. And there's the rest of the driver standings. Dazi 11, Ocon 12, Albon 13, Tsunoda 14, Bottas 15, Hulkenberg 16, Ricciardo 17 for obviously his efforts in Mexico, great effort in Mexico. Joe Panu 18, Ken Madsen 19, Liam Lawson 20th, Jordan Sargent 21st, and Nick De Vries finishes bottom after a terrible first half of the season, which meant he lost his seat halfway through the season. And so, yeah, and that is my F1 season review, F1 2023 season review. Big contrast here since from Max Verstappen and Red Bull, an unbelievable season, smashing all records, unbelievable season. And I don't think they can get better than that. It's like Man City winning the treble last season. I don't think they can get better than that. Well, they can. All Red Bull need to do is try and be invincible and win all the races next season. And all one better. Bit like Man City this season, try and win a quadruple. But obviously Man City can't win the quadruple now after they're knocked out of the Carabao Cup. So I think there will be maybe a slight drop off in Red Bull next season, but again, I still think they'll be dominant in 2024 and 2025, in my personal opinion. So feel free to leave your thoughts down below on the F1 2023 season. Is it a bad luck that Red Bull have dominated this season? Is it a bad luck for the sport? I think so. I do think it is a bad luck, but at the same time, you can't deny greatness. You do have to just give them one of the applause. Let's be real about it. Obviously, we hope, as all neutrals, it gets a lot more tastier and closer next season, but I doubt it. I do think Red Bull will dominate again. But yeah, feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Try with the season. Feel free to leave your try with the season down below. And your team of the season down below. If I was to be honestly, for my try of the season, I'm going for Alex Albon, and obviously team of the season, I'm going for Williams, but obviously you have to go for the winners. But realistically, you have to go for the winners, Red Bull and Max Verstappen, as your drivers of the season and team of the season. But I'll go for Williams and Alex Albon because they came from out of nowhere, in my opinion. Not many predicted them to do well. Yes, be real. And Jordan Sargent has been unlucky. Yes, be real. He's been unlucky as well. So they would have picked up more points as well. Flop of the season, Ferrari for me. Flop of the season, Ferrari. Like I keep saying, they were the best prepared for these radiations, and they are flop of the season. Sorry, people, they are. Obviously, you have to put Mercedes in there as well. But Ferrari for me. Definitely Ferrari. So, but anyways, that is my F1 2023 season review. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Take care, stay safe, see you later. And the F1 2023 season ends with the most dominant season ever in F1, with Max Verstappen winning 19 out of 22 races to win his third world title in the war, and Red Bull win their second Constructors' Championship in the war as they win 21 out of the 22 races, almost done invincible, but they fell away in Singapore. So feel free to leave your thoughts on the F1 season down below in the comments. Take care, stay safe, and the next F1 video I'll see you for will be the season predictions in 2024. So see you all in 2024 in terms of F1 content. See you later. Oh yes, there's been some crazy breaking news. So see you later.